In this module, we're going to take a good look at managing and hardening web servers. And having a web server is a little bit like having a child sometimes. It does need a lot of ongoing support and attention, and sometimes it does need a little bit of discipline in order to make it behave. Certainly, it is not something that you just bring into the world and leave to its own devices. So in this module, we're going to look at some of the things that you want to be conscious of as an ethical hacker when you're testing systems. And indeed, that will also include things you want to be conscious of when you're responsible for managing web servers. Let's go and take a look at the overview of the module. There are a few key areas we're going to cover in this module. And as I just mentioned, one of them is that web servers are not something that you just turn on and then leave to their own devices. They do require ongoing care and attention. You need a plan. And that's what we're going to talk about right up front as we get into this module. Next up, we're going to look at hardening the web server beyond the default configuration. Now, we touched on this briefly in the previous module when I spoke about weaknesses in default configurations. And we're going to go into a bit more detail in this module, and I'm going to give you some more examples of areas of the web server that can quite easily be hardened, so made more resilient against online attacks. And finally, we're also going to talk about understanding how security controls are implemented. So in particular, I want to talk about how sandboxing works in web servers. So what it is, what the security advantage is, and what it means for you as an ethical hacker when you're testing the security profile of web servers. So that's what we're going to cover. Let's jump into it and start by looking at patch management.